But moving on to Close Enough. Can I gush
You
about
caught up?
Can I gush about Close Enough for a second here?
Oh, please do.
This fucking series called me the fuck out, and I feel personally attacked by it. Like I only just turned 30 last year, and it's just like, oh god, no, please, why are you making me feel this way? Especially when my girlfriend is like just turned. Well, let me not put her age out there, but she's in her mid 30s, and all I'm thinking is just like, yep, my girlfriend does that, my girlfriend does that, my girlfriend's that way. Oh god, oh god.
You're basically getting a preview of what your 30s looks like.
Uh, I feel personally attacked by this series, and I love it. I love every second of this series. First season was very. It was pretty obvious they had to rearrange a few things in the first season, but man, they hit their stride with the second season, and I need more of this series in my veins. It is such a fun, just put it on, let it play, and don't let it stop kind of series.
More or less. I think this is what JG Quintel always wanted regular show to be.
Like, talk about a series that is good if you're stoned. Like, my god.
This series is hilarious. Listen, this series is hilarious if you're stoned or sober, realistically.
Exactly, because I'm just like, I am laughing my ass off, and I had to show the first episode to my, well, no, specifically the second, no, first episode, second half, with the perfect house thing, because I'm just like, that's you, this is things you do, this is the way you are. Like, I've never just had a series that I just related to so deeply and almost uncomfortably too. But it's just so fun. It's so hilarious. Nice little moments. Things go by so quickly too. Like, there's so many times when episodes will just end, and I'll be like, "Oh shit, that's the end! Holy fuck!"
No, I love. Okay, so I'm gonna start throwing out a few of my favorite things from this past season. I loved Buff Josh
Yes.
when he reached absolute unit. I'm just like, good fucking lord. I haven't heard the term absolute unit in years, but when I see it again, it's just like, oh god, this is fucking great.
And when he tries to take the picture by throwing it to his coach, and it just goes right through it, and he's just like, worth it. I'm like, oh my god. And then they have the funeral, and I'm just like, holy shit, he actually died. What the fuck? Josh done killed a man.
He killed a man and he got away with it. Okay, so I love Buff Josh. I love the kids party where all the adults kind of like slipped into the garage and all just got completely fucked up because they
Oh
haven't had
god.
like because they haven't like had any drugs or any alcohol for a while, so their tolerance is basically non-existent.
Right. But
So
it made so much sense because God, if you've ever been to a kids party, it's just like, yep, parents would love to do this. Parents would love nothing more than to do this.
get yourself one of them weed vapes. It'll
Basically.
help. Like dead ass. You want to be high at a kid's party? Just be a little like just do it on the slide. Anybody asks, just be like, I'm just vaping.
I-
Just
I'm
vaping.
I'm gonna be real. Most parents I've ever talked to essentially just do that. So it's not a it's not a shocking revelation.
I'm more ready to be a parent than I think I am. That's a scary thought. That is a scary thought.
uh, I I I have a weird love hate relationship with Bridget.
I don't blame you. I do not blame you. Sometimes I love her, and then other times it's just like you fucking.
Also,
I just I grab the bridge of my nose and I pinch real hard, and I just kind of try and think of relaxing waves and shit like that, you know?
Yeah, essentially everything that could go wrong with someone in their mid-20s.
Basically. Oh, God. Now that you say that, I feel called out.
Exactly.
Oh, wait. My last favorite thing of the season, Alex's Viking erotica book. I love that fucking episode. Especially at the end where Pearl's just like, Alex, keep saying erotic things. Keep saying sexy things to people. He just outright said nipple to somebody. And they just started cracking up because of how he looked. It's just like, damn. You don't deserve that. But this is fucking hilarious.
I'm gonna be real, Alex kind of deserves it. Not in that instance, but Alex is kind of a creep. Not kind of a creep. He really is a creep, I'm sorry. He really is a creep.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like it's accidental. Sometimes it's just like, Alex, come on, bro.
Like, that was the thing, too, because it's just like, there's so many episodes where it's just like, Alex, I mean, y'all are going a little too hard on the guy, and then there are other times when I'm just like, oh, Alex, you've brought this all upon yourself, like the friggin' time hooch, like, fucking...
That episode. It's one of those things where it's just like, bro, he's more or less going over his relationship with Bridget because, you know, he still has feelings for her. But, like, the further back he goes, he just kind of realizes, damn, this was doomed from the start, wasn't it?
Yeah. And it's like, Bridget, it was obvious she realized that this relationship was going nowhere, but it's just like, Alex, dude, like, you should have known that this relationship was not going to work out, and the fact that it took him so many years to kind of like get to that point, it's just like, oh, Alex, baby, no, Alex, no.
Let's be real, love makes you stupid.
Oh God, yes, it really does. It really does. Also, something that was like pointed out to me after I got through with season 1 is the fact that Emily and Bridget are in a band, and it feels like it's not brought up as often as it should have been in the first season.
It wasn't. Like they had an episode where they introduced the concept. It's just like, oh, they didn't. That's why they're friends. Okay.
Yeah.
And oh no, that's actually the funny. That brings me to the fucking the Russia episode. That episode was great.
It really was.
They wrote that song completely ironically, but Russia was taking it at face value, and it's just like, oh God, what have I done? I love that moment of, oh God, what have I done? You know, I could tell something was sus right away. I'm just like, hold up, why does Russia love a girl band?
Exactly.
And then, you know, when you think about it, it's just like, oh, they're taking their ironic song at face value. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all done fucked up. Your humor was not received as well as you thought it would be.
Yeah. Unfortunately, certain countries don't get the concept of ironic humor.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but, you know, shit happens. I mean, I love the way they turned it around, so I'll give them that.
Yeah. But, yeah, hell, like you said, it wasn't until the further into the first season, and especially in the second season, that it was just kind of like, okay. Because a lot of the first season, I'm just like, wait, why are these people even living together? What were the circumstances behind that? It's just like, oh, they're all friends. Oh.
Well, yeah. They're
Oh.
all friends, but they're also all broke.
Yeah, that too. And if there was one show that actually just was the easiest way to just explain to anyone over the age of 40 why people are having such a hard time in life. It's just like, look, you have teachers, you have people who have literal regular jobs, and it's just like it takes four of them living in the same house to actually make do. And by house, I mean a
Four.
general apartment.
Yeah, four people have to like split the rent on that apartment just so they can live there. And Alex lives in a closet under the fucking stairs.
Not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind living in a closet under the stairs.
All right, Harry Potter.
Childhood dream! Although when people come down the stairs, it's probably terrible, so never mind.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, bruh.
But yeah, I grew to love all the characters. I'm so glad it got renewed for a third season. I need this in my veins ASAP. Oh god, I can't wait till next year. I need more. I need more. It's so good. It's so good. And I have to shame on Cartoon Network for just not just slapping this on Adult Swim or something, because I feel like it would have gotten a lot more time and recognition that way.
Yeah, but it's actually probably for the best that it's on TV because
It was created for TVS. It never got on TVS.
oh
Yeah, after the whole debacle with, oh god, what was his face? Orange hair, beard. I'm blanking on his name.
orange hair and a beard.
Redhead, beard, had that scandal, Gravity Falls. I am so blanking on his name.
What? I don't even know what you're talking about.
It was this one guy who had this animated series he had brought out that was supposed to be the flagship for TBS's animation block. And he had the whole scandal that happened, and it completely sunk the animation block. Like, all of that shit just went down the fucking drain.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
See, I never even knew about that.
Yeah, like, the only shows that made it out alive were Final Space and Close Enough.
Final Space made it to Adult Swim. I don't know why Close Enough didn't. But you know, the big problem is now, you gotta watch most of this stuff. Like, you have to find ways around a lot of things because I don't have Cartoon Network on cable anymore. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
for whatever reason, they're just like, no, it's a paid subscription service, and it's just like, okay, I get why you're doing this. You want to push people to HBO Max for all their Cartoon Network needs. Fair. I understand. I get it. What I don't get is why you don't have the newest episodes on there as well. You know, like, you can release them on the day they're released, but like, if anybody wanted to watch Final Space on HBO Max, they'd only be able to get the first 2 seasons. Like, if you want to get season 3, you might have to wait a year. Like, they might pull the Netflix route on you on that one.
That is a very good point, and something that I've slowly forgotten because I've gone so hardcore into streaming services and just waiting until stuff eventually comes out on them and all that good stuff, is that so many of these other forms of programming have just been blocked under paid subscriptions, and I'm just like, hell, even just the other day I was over at someone's house, and I was just like trying to flip to Cartoon Network, and it's just like, oh, you need to have a paid subscription for this, and I'm just like, since fucking when?
I'm gonna say, like, April 2nd. Because I remember seeing the Adult Swim joke for April Fools, which was Adult Swim Junior, which was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, God, that shit was so fucking funny. But then, like, the very next day, I turned the TV on to Cartoon Network, and it's just like, it's a paid subscription. I'm just like, what? Seriously?
Like, the benefit of things like Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon is literally because it was a free place where you could just sit down, watch cartoons and stuff, and you just could just veg out, just kind of turn your brain off and watch.
Yeah, unfortunately, those days are gone now. Now you got to get on an HBO Max, find something specifically, and, don't get me wrong. I like being able to look for a specific thing, but I also just like to put on whatever is on and then just leave it be.
Yeah.
And now that's just kind of like gone, especially with Cartoon Network. I mean, the worst part of it all is that all these new episodes that people are creating and stuff, people aren't gonna see unless they have money, or unless they know how to do it illegally. Which, let's be real, most people do these days.
Yeah, it was the biggest comment that came through after a certain point. It's just like with all these streaming services popping up left and right, everything, now it's just like this is behind a paywall, this is behind a paywall, this is behind a paywall. You've essentially recreated cable and you've driven people back to piracy. Like that was the thing. Like the moment all of these various different streaming services came up that divided people's attention between them, piracy went right back on the rise for a lot of forms of television. And it's just like, yeah, of course it did, because nobody really has money like that.
Most of us don't have money like that. And I'm pretty sure any of us who do have money like that probably don't care enough to watch TV that much.
Yeah.
I don't think. But, well, I'll say this much. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. What shall we do with a drunken sailor?
Chill out with some Netflix.
There you go.
Ooh, next I wanted to talk about Birdgirl.
Birdgirl is another one of those shows that fall into the category of my earlier gripe. Like, how the fuck do you expect people to watch the new episode of Birdgirl in a legal manner if you put everything behind a paywall?
Exactly. Like I'm getting kind of frustrated that this series is getting so little attention because of this paywall bullshit. Because it's just like, come on, guys. Come on. It's good. Please.
Good.
Please watch Birdgirl.
Birdgirl's hilarious.
Like I hate the direction that we've gone into nowadays, where it's just like you can't just pop in and watch something. Hell, just like put it on a free use service or something. Like even just if it's put you like hell, I wish people would do things like almost like Crunchyroll to a certain degree, where it's just like you put things on the back burner for about a week. You want to watch it a week earlier, you pay for it. You want to watch it you want to watch it sometime within the near future, you can do that too. Like, give at least a little bit more of an option here.
I agree. I 100% agree. The problem is most people who don't agree are the people making the decisions, and they're making those decisions because they're trying to make money off of it. Because that's all it ever seems to boil down to. Fucking money. The thing is, these executives are kind of, not even kind of, they're really fucking stupid because they keep shooting themselves in the foot in their greedy ass pursuit of money. I mean, fuck, dude. A new season of Rick and Morty is coming. No one's going to be able to watch that on HBO Max.
Yeah.
And like, if you want people to watch this, you have to make it accessible for them. If you put Cartoon Network behind a paywall, a paid subscription service kind of bullshit, how do you expect people to watch Rick and Morty? And beyond that, if people don't watch Rick and Morty, its ratings go down. Because they, like, okay, all right, let me start this over. People can't watch your shows, so they don't watch your shows, unless they're people like us who find a way to do it illegally. Either way, you're losing money because you tried to put this behind a paywall, and look where it got you. It's a real lack of foresight. You know, it's like it's trying to usher in a change, but it's going about it just like just not the best way. Not the best way. Like, if you want people to convert over to HBO Max, fine. If you still want to have like that weekly tune-in format, then I say adopt what Disney Plus does. I don't mind that they release a new episode every week. It makes a season last longer, and it allows me to retain more information. I happen to notice that if I binge through a whole series in like one sitting, I've retained like half of the information.
Yeah, that's another thing I was thinking of. It's just like, I hate Netflix's practice of binge watching. Don't get me wrong, certain things are great to binge, but at the same time, it's just like, through that, the conversation behind the series isn't allowed to grow beyond a week, maybe two, at most a month.
Yeah,
At
yeah,
the
because by that point, everyone's seen everything. Like, there's no secrets. There's no like, I mean, there are spoilers, but that's only if like you haven't bothered to see it. That's an easy fix. And like you said, the conversation dies after about a month, the latest, because by now everybody who's wanted to see it has seen it.
like there are a
You
lot
know,
of hmm?
I did want to bring up. I didn't even see Umbrella Academy until like months after the season came out because I had no idea that the season even came out.
Hmm. Really?
Yeah, I listen. I love Umbrella Academy, so I was kind of bummed that like, you know, I got no notifications. I didn't see any like announcements or anything. People weren't even talking about it, so I had no clue. My mom picked it up one day and she said there are two seasons. Just like, hold on, there's two? I didn't even know there were two. I knew there was one. I saw the first one. I didn't see the second one. Well, before I saw the second one.
But yeah, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get back to Birdgirl because I feel like we're going on like this really bad mood kind of rant.
I mean, that was kind of my want to talk about it though. It's just that it's hard to know if this series is gonna do good because there's no real feedback on this coming online, and I'm just kind of getting a little bummed about it because I'm just like, this is a really good series, but nobody is talking about it. There's no conversation here. Like, what the fuck? Like, outside of the first episode that was made free online, where you have no excuse not to watch it, it's just like, damn, this series needs a little bit more love.
Yeah. I mean, that could be, like, realistically. These networks are not exactly handling them that well. I mean, the Looney Tunes cartoons are exclusively on HBO Max, so you can watch them on there. And I did watch them on. But, actually, I didn't check if Close Enough was on HBO Max. Either way.
Oh, that's how I watched it.
Oh, okay. All right. But, like I said, a lot of these shows are being broadcasted on cable. And if you suddenly make it a paid subscription service, you're doing it a disservice when you do something like that. Cartoon Network, let's see, Cartoon Network was releasing this other show called Elliot from Earth. And I saw like one of the episodes. Looks pretty fun. It's pretty much just like Gumball in space, which, hey, I'm here for. Gumball's fucking hilarious. And, space-themed Gumball comedy. It's probably going to be fucking great. Not that I've taken the time out to see it, but, Anyway, the long and short of it is, if they wanted that series to have, like, some traction, they basically just fucked every chance, the moment they decided, paid subscription.
Yeah, I've only heard one person even remotely mention Elliot from Earth and how undervalued it is, and that's about it.
Basically. But, Yeah.
And, well, aside from that, the last topic that I actually wanted to get into, I actually kind of wanted to talk about Helluva Boss.
Oh, go for it. By all means. Yes. Let's talk about Helluva Boss.
Are you up to date with it?
There were 5 episodes so
Yep.
far. Yeah.
So far,
All
yeah.
right. Cool. Yeah.
Oh
All right.
my god. This series is exactly what I feel like I kind of needed for the longest time. And that's just something that doesn't give a shit. Like,
S. I love how little of a shit the series gives, but also that it can still like have those genuine, warm, and emotional moments.
yeah, because it's just like, at first glance, you would think that, oh, it's just violence and shock humor and blah, blah, blah. And oh, don't get me wrong, it kind of is a little bit of that, but there's also character development, sweet moments, lore, information that's thrown at you that helps you get to know these characters a little bit more as it goes. It's just like, I'm deeply fascinated in Blitzo's backstory. Like, Blitzo, what the fuck has been going on in your life? I feel like I want more context to this character.
I need to
Like,
know more about Blitz. I need to know more about Moxie. We've
yes.
gotten we've gotten a lot of information on Millie lately, and I'm super here for that.
The funny thing about Millie's backstory is, like, you can kind of guess it immediately because of the stereotype of her accent, but actually seeing it in practice is just still fun.
I wasn't sure what to think of it when I first heard of it, but after seeing that first episode, I was like immediately hooked. That shit was hilarious, and I actually follow a lot of the artists for it on Twitter. I
Yes.
I respect the grind. I respect the work they're putting into it. I hope this series, you know, really takes off for them. Like props to Vivienne Madrano for making this happen. I don't know how, uh, but hey, props, major props.
Well, that not well. The thing about it too is the fact that this series gets views out the ass. Like, each episode is shit tons of views. Like, first episode 26 million, second episode 23 million. Like, it's just this steady stream of views. And it makes sense because, it's there, it's available. You can help support it by buying their merch. Their merch is fun. Like, so many. Do you know how many series I have heard have gone under because they weren't selling merch? Just, I'm so fucking done with hearing about, oh, we weren't able to do anything with this because it wasn't selling enough merchandise. Oh my god, I'm so sick of hearing that for animated shows. God, I'm so over that because it's just like, all you have to do is slap a few faces on some t-shirts, give me a few figurines, something, and people will eat it up. But no, 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 never that, never that. Ah, I'm just
At the
glad to
very least,
see.
try to make at
Hmm?
the very least make a video game based on like a series. Like if it's a good action series, make a game about it. If it's like a comedy series, um, I don't know how well a video game for that could do unless it's got like an overarching plot or something. But if it's just like an episodic kind of thing, yeah, no, just like make some plushies, put some faces on T-shirts. You don't have to do much.
Like, I'm just really glad the series is doing so well. It's getting so much attention, and it's really gotten to the point where it's just like, this is how you do it. This is what animation needs. Just the support of just a few fans who are just like, look, we love animation. We want to see good animation. And these things are just coming out at a fairly consistent rate. You know, every month something is released. It's nice to look forward to. It's not overbearing or anything like that. You don't have to go under some paid subscription.
Plus, the animation is just gorgeous.
Yeah.
Just so smooth, so fluid, so crisp. I'm actually waiting. I know they released the pilot for Long Gone Gulch a while ago. I would love to see more of that. That was a little pilot that I think had some potential to go places.
Yes, after finally getting that Kickstarter stuff gone through and all that, it's just like it really deserved it. But I love that people are really starting to just take some time. Like, fucking last episode of Helluva Boss had goddamn Norman fucking Reedus in it. Like, what the shit?
Right? How the hell do you get someone like that in there?
Like, I have so many questions about the production of this series. Because, like, to just take things in this direction does so much and gives so much confidence to anybody who's ever wanted to do something like this. It's just like you can go out and do something like this with enough passion, time, patience, and a willingness to try. If nothing else, please try.
By the way, he's saying that to all of you aspiring animators out there, but I'm pretty sure he's also talking to the both of us.
Yeah. It's a situation where I know what I want. I know how I want to do it. It's just a matter of getting to that point. We'll
Yeah,
see.
I'm deeply depressed, so sometimes I can't even bring myself to fucking pick up a goddamn pencil.
Yeah, but regardless, even a concept is good. Even just a little bit of a concept. If you have an idea and are just at least willing to just put it out there for a little bit, and you never know, it could do wonders. It would do wonders. Because it's just like it. Helluva Boss goes to show. Helluva Boss and Has Been Hotel go to show that if you have a concept that has never properly been done before because of some form of restriction or whatever, then just put it out there. You never know how many more people are just willing to join you on this adventure. Well,
We just got a little deep right now. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm feeling I'm feeling the weight of the world right now.
I don't know. I've had this thought on my mind ever since that last episode of Helluva Boss, when it is just like Norman fucking Reedus is in here. I know Norman Reedus is in a lot of shit, but to have him just straight up in a series like this, just like don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It was already kind of a like what the fuck moment the moment we had uh Richard Horvitz as one of the main characters. It was just kind of like, huh, really? Richard
The money for
Horvitz?
Rick.
I mean, I guess it kind of helps that I haven't really seen him in much, like, nowadays. But at the
That's
same
true.
time, it's not like he's not in anything. Every once in a while, he pops up in something.
Yeah,
But to
but this is most.
have him be a regular cast member,
To be fair, I met him. He's such a sweet guy. He's just such a nice guy. I like they could not have picked a better choice for Moxie.
yeah, my friend actually had gotten an Invader Sim box set signed by him some time ago, and it had the sweetest message that I, for the love of me, cannot remember what it said, but it was a nice personalized message. It was sweet. Like, just, it was damn near a paragraph. Like, goddamn.
Yeah, um, I got him to sign like a picture of Zim for me when I met him, and he wrote, "Why was there bacon in the soap?" It's just like, you know what? I love that. That was my favorite gag growing up in Invader Zim. Like that shit always killed me. The way he delivers that particular line just fucking kills me, man. It perfectly encapsulates just the right amount of rage.
Oh my god. It takes something special. And the fact that he plays probably the most, I want to say, less manic of the characters in all the series feels like a joke in and of itself.
I don't know how else to say it. Moxie is the innocent one. Out of all of them, Moxie is the innocent one. Obviously, he's like, well, I mean, they're imps. And correct me if I'm wrong. Like, if you die and go to hell, you become like an imp or a succubus or something, right? Because that's like, I'm noticing a trend when they show living characters dying. They they just turn into some wacky ass characters when they get to hell.
Oh, well, there's a difference. There are those who are born in hell, like was seen in Has Been Hotel, the imps and stuff, they're born in hell. When it comes to a lot of the other souls and stuff, they die, then go to hell, and they become whatever the fuck sometimes. So it all kind of
Yeah,
depends.
true. I just love how much hell is basically like the big city.
Oh, of course the big city would be hell. Have you been to the big city? My god.
Yeah, I have. Big cities are the fucking worst.
Exactly. Like, my god. Going to a big city is literally just. God, no, please. Get me out of here. I hate all these people. I wish you would all die.
God, me walking around New York like,
Just kind of poured my heart out there on that one, but it was a long time coming. Anything else you want to say, bud?
no. Um, yeah, no, I've said what I need to say. I watch all the stuff we just talked about if you haven't already,
Do
because
it.
I promise you, all of it's good.
Yeah,
All of
yeah,
it.
yeah. It's fantastic. I love it. God, it's
That's
so
all I
good.
gotta say.
Yeah. Alright, with that, I want to thank all our listeners for watching yet another episode of Talking 2D. I hope you'll check out everything that we've talked about here, or at least gush about it in the comment section below, at least a little bit. And what more is there to say? 2D brings us all closer together, and I hope you've managed to find some friends along the way. But until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din, and this has been my co-host.
With the iron giblets.
Yes. And please like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit, and we will see you next time. Bye bye.